It's too early for this. Hey guys, I'm Hayden.
And I'm Caroline.
And you're watching the Snooze.
Broadcast for the student, by the student.
Now let's get started with some Snooze news. Pope Francis has recently acknowledged for the first time the sexual abuse of nuns by many priests in the Catholic Church. Pope Francis stated in an interview concerning the topic that, quote, "It's not something that everyone does, but there have been priests and even bishops who have done what you say." He also added that the church is not the only place women are mistreated and that it's, quote, a cultural problem.
The infamous drug lord and billionaire El Chapo Guzman was indicted of a total of 6 federal jurisdictions at his federal trial in New York this Tuesday, February 12th. El Chapo is credited as being the most well-known Mexican drug cartel ever to have trial in the United States. Though Guzman's lawyers have requested an appeal, his sentence could result in life in prison. In local news, a case of tuberculosis has been confirmed at Provine High School in Jackson, Mississippi.
Health department officials will be testing more than 200 students and faculty over the next few weeks.
In just this last month, the death toll daily in America for tuberculosis was 4,000 people, which has caused some concern for Mississippians.
In other news, New Albany police responded to a call about a man being stabbed at Tallahatchie Gourmet around 9:30 Saturday night, February 8th.
The victim was a 36-year-old man from Collierville, Tennessee.
He is in critical but stable condition.
Also this week, top leaders of the Southern Baptist Convention promised to encourage reforms that protect children and women after a sweeping investigation published Sunday, February 10th in Nashville, Tennessee.
More than 700 victims of sexual misconduct by church leaders or volunteers were found.
Also this week, the Snooze covered the upcoming theater production, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Take a look.
My name is John Davenport, and I am the director for the play The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. And in the story, it's a young man who's traveling from New York out west in search of a new life, and it takes place in 1890, so it's a part of the West that is civilized but not quite statehood yet. While he is there, he encounters a gang of outlaws, so to speak, and the leader of that particular group of outlaws is Liberty Valance. Liberty does not want law to come to that area of the world because that means his business would not be as successful if law and government came into this area. And this young man coming in threatens him in the fact that he is symbolic to law coming.
He's this guy from New York City. He's going on a journey to find himself, and he goes out west in the late 1800s, and he ends up stumbling across this town called Two Trees, and he comes to meet these other characters who live in the town, and through that he kind of finds his place in the town.
It started with kind of a historical session, learning session with Dr. Stella Lindsay, our AP US history teacher. She's been instrumental in helping us get the background of this story.
She talked to us all about all the historical aspects of what was going on during that time period, and like the political aspects and everything. And that's really good to know when you're building a character.
So we open on February 14th, and that's intentional. Even though it's a show that's about enemies facing what's right or what's wrong, it is a love story at heart. So it just works out that Valentine's Day is on a Thursday, and this is always the week that our February show opens, so it just kind of fits. So I definitely encourage folks to come spend their Valentine's week with us. So February 14th, 15th, and 16th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Kayla Mines Auditorium. It begins at 7:30.
If you come to the show, you should expect a lot of guns, a lot of drama, a lot of just fun Western stuff.
Welcome to Snooze Sports.
I'm Crawford.
And I'm Hayden, and let's get into some local scores.
Oxford boys basketball team beat Crawfordville 73-62 last Thursday in the final regular season game.
Boys basketball ended the season with 22 wins and 5 losses.
And after a win over Columbus on Tuesday, they have advanced to the Region 2 6A championship game.
After a 36-64 loss to Columbus on Tuesday, the Lady Chargers play South Panola today at 4 p.m., where the winner will advance to next week's 6A state tournament.
The Ole Miss baseball season opens up tonight in the series against Rice State.
They were 39-15 last season, while the Rebels are coming off of a 40-win season.
Thanks for watching this week's episode.
This week's highlight of the week is a huge hit by a linebacker from the San Antonio Commanders during the AAF's first weekend.
Let's check it out.
This has been the issue with Bercovici. Awareness and ball security when pressure comes in the pocket. Wow, he was completely blindsided. He had no idea.
What's up, guys? I'm Reagan.
Hey, I'm Lexi.
Hi, I'm Hassel,
And I'm Malaysia.
and this is the Snooze Advice segment. The first one is, my boyfriend wants to go out with his friends but never wants to spend time with me. What should I do?
If he doesn't spend any time with you and he always wants to go out with his friends, just like talk to him about it. Like, you can't just sit there in silence and do nothing about it. Like, silence only encourages the tormentor. I learned that in English.
What should you do? Now, I can see if he's always with you and he never goes with his friends, and this time he finally wants to go with his friends and you're mad, girl, let that boy go. But if he's always with his friends every Saturday, Friday, and Sunday, and he's never with you, I think it's time to let him go. But, tell him. If you already told him and he hasn't listened, you need to go out with your friends.
I can't seem to stop procrastinating. I really want to do stuff, but I can't seem to move.
First of all, move.
I would say you find a schedule and then like stick to your schedule or something, so that way you won't have time to procrastinate if you just fill your schedule with a bunch of stuff to do.
See, when I do my homework at night, I sit at the kitchen table for like hours, and I take breaks and I look at my phone and stuff, and I get all my stuff done. Like, I do the most important stuff first, like the hardest stuff first, and I get that done, and then the rest is a breeze.
Honestly, just do what you gotta do at night before you go to sleep. I have a crush on a popular guy and I want him to notice me. What should I do?
Make a scene.
Maybe you should try like talking to him or like introducing yourself.
Or you should put yourself wherever he's gonna be every day. Like, dress up every day. Every time you see yourself dressing up, put yourself where he should be. Yeah. Follow him. Stalk him.
It's no big loss if he doesn't like you. You can just find somebody else. It's high school, you have free range to roam. You just go through, go to Lafayette. The
I
boys are
swear.
desperate there.
I want a prom date. Like, I'll take any boy that breathes. I'm in desperate at this point. Help.
You can get one of your friends to ask you if you have a boy-girl friend.
Get out there. Just express yourself. Don't try too hard, though.
And the worst thing they can say is
It's
no.
no.
The worst thing they can say is no.
Exactly.
And if they do say no, you can find somebody else.
Find somebody else. Go with a friend. Go with your friends. It does not matter.
Not that big a deal.
It's really not.
I don't know if the snooze is supposed to be taken seriously or if it's a joke.
You're stupid.
Should we take you serious?
It's somewhere in the middle, because this is kind of a joke.
No, it's not a joke, but we do joking stuff on it.
The snooze is not a joke. The news part and the future stories, not a joke. But the game's probably a joke, so.
Most of the time.
But you should watch the Snooze.
Watch the snooze every Friday.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of The Snooze. I'm Caroline,
And I'm Hayden.
and we'll see you next time.